What can you buy for $1 in your country? 1 beer and 2 politicians. 8 packet of chips. 1 2L bottle of soda. 45 minutes ride in a rickshaw. 60 pack of chewing gum. Edit. LMAO, it's $1 for each of the things in this list. Hope and disappointment in the form of a lottery ticket. Can only win small peanuts with $1 now. Mega Millions and Powerball tickets are $2. 00 now. Pregnancy test. Arizona iced tea. 1 kilo mango. Sitting here crying having to pay at least $5 for a good mango. What can you buy for $1 in your country? 1. I cried reading this. A lollipop. Edit. 6 lollipops. Ramen. This was the only thing I can think of, lol, or a $1 scratcher. What's the dumbest reason you've heard for a couple getting divorced? The dumbest excuse I ever heard was when my now ex-wife told me we needed to divorce because a palm reader said I wasn't her soulmate. Apparently, the guy she was fucking behind my back for months was her soulmate, and had nothing to do with why we needed to divorce. My half-aunt was wanted for murder in Oregon, so her husband said, "Divorce me, and then they can't make me testify against you." So they divorced, and lived together for the next 50 years, in Washington state. No, I know, it doesn't make any sense to me either. I'm sure we've all heard it in the US, but a guy divorced his wife so she wouldn't be saddled with all of his medical debt if he passed away. Edit. All of these stories are heartbreaking to me and why we should have universal healthcare in America. What's keeping you alive right now? Spite. My mitochondria. Look at those little guys go. It is the powerhouse of the cell. If I die, who will feed my cat? Your corpse for a time. The sheer unstoppable force of my indomitable spirit and the bottomless pit of fuel that is, fuck it, we ball. My wife, my kids. Also, I lost my best friend, then a little brother, then my big brother, then my stepdad and step bro at the same time. I live for them, 'cause tomorrow not promised to anybody, so I live appreciated every day and every breath, every minute with my family and friends. I just keep telling myself, it'll get better tomorrow. I've been wrong about 95% of the time, but those days that are better because I'm here. People with ADD, ADHD. What are your biggest problems related to ADD, ADHD? Holding patterns. For example, if I work at 12:30, I can't do anything for the day until I go to work. I have to wait to go to work. Medication has helped that, but sometimes I slip back into a holding pattern and do absolutely nothing until it's time to leave. Time. It's weird. Telling me about an appointment in 2 days is meaningless. It's not today, so it might as well be 2 years from now. Also paralysis. If plans suddenly change, I can't do anything. I can physically do nothing until the new plan is completed. Anybody else with ADHD ever have that feeling where there is so much to but you can't bring yourself to do anything, like you just sit around thinking about how much shit you have to do? Constant internal monologue interrupts studying, watching TV, and even playing games. What made you go, "This person is a fucking idiot"? Went to a hardware store for plexiglass cut in 12 by 12 square. I got 12 by 18 and handed it back to the guy and said it's wrong. He called me an idiot. I said if it was right it would be a perfect square and not the rectangle he handed me. He showed me how he measured. It was 12 inches but measured twice on the same side. This little lady had to show a 70-year-old how to measure correctly. He's 70 and works in a hardware store but has no concept of how to use a tape measure correctly. Then got offended when I corrected him. In a busy revolving door in a downtown building. Midway through a revolving cycle, a guy stopped to pick up a penny on the floor. As I once described, he became irate with the person behind him when the partition in the revolving door whacked him on his rear.